Hey friends. I think the ring light's pretty annoying reflecting off my glasses. Oh, there, it's not so bad like that. I usually wear them like that too. So, hopping on. I did not give any notice. I have a little piece of paper here to remind me of all the things I want to tell you guys. I'm going to get a drink of water. Oh, I got to get my cup. Hang on. See, look at the color I'm painting my sewing room, guys. I thought maybe it was going to be a little dark. So I tried it out on the wall, and it has a blue scallop edge. I don't think you can see that. Let me see if you can see that. Oh, there it is. It's right there. You can barely see the scalloped edge it's going to have. Anyways, hi, Holly. So Kathy came to visit me before and after the doll show, and sorry about my hair, she is an organizer and wanted to help me with my sewing room. And it was a disaster. It was so overwhelming to me because I've been so busy with my granddaughter. Well, no, actually the truth is I've always worked messy. That's the truth. But it was worse than usual. People that know me and that have been in my sewing room know what it looks like. They know. But this was worse. And she came and showed me how to roll fabric and put it in like just stacking cordwood. It's like that. And I can see it. And what's happening is I'm putting it back. So when I bring out, because a lot of my outfits will have a bunch of different fabrics. Well, when I bring all the fabrics out and look at them and hold them up to see which ones I want to use, sometimes like on the cloth dolls, I'll do that with like 5 different prints. Well, I am putting them back away. So I feel like this is sustainable, which nobody will believe that. Anyways, I have been working on it, and I had this paint. I was going to actually paint my kitchen set with it. And I thought maybe it was too dark for the kitchen set, but no, the kitchen needs color. So it's going to go in the kitchen, and it's going to go on this wall too. So I'm excited to show you guys when I get it done, but it's going to be a while because I'm slow moving. I'm slow doing everything. So last night I was with the baby, and I got 2 hours of sleep. And I thought I was going to come home, crawl in my bed. And when I came home, I was like, no, I have stuff I want to do. And I have a doll that I want to get to the post office today. And I have grandkids to pick up. And then I get one at school, and then I go get another one, and I take her to swimming lesson. And then after swimming lesson, I come home and I'm going to bed because I don't do very well with 2 hours of sleep. Nobody does. And that happens ever since Abby's been sick. Some nights she just doesn't settle down. And sometimes, most of the time I hold her while she's sleeping, but, and then my daughter can do all her meds every 3 hours. She does meds, in her Hickman port. And that way I'm able to hold her so my daughter can get to her tummy. So she gets up every 3 hours, and, the whole house is sleep deprived. And it was a really rough night last night. So, tonight I'm going to stay home and sleep. She's doing really well though, you guys. She has, I'll cry talking about it, but she has been given every opportunity to survive this. We haven't skipped anything. We've skipped nothing. And because she has not had chemo or radiation, she's still healthy. She hasn't lost weight. Matter of fact, she's growing. Her hair's grown like 6 inches. She is huge 2-year-old, 2.5-year-old. She's huge. She might be over 50 pounds. She's wearing, we just got her new clothes and we got her size 6s, if that tells you anything. She's like the biggest chunk of baby you could ever imagine, and just yummy and sweet. And her vision's starting to come back. We're pretty sure her vision's coming back, not close up, but like from a little bit of a distance. But when you go into, this is her, she has the sweetest nature. When you go in and you like kiss her cheek or talk to her, she turns her face to you and just like nuzzles you. Oh, and she's starting to spontaneous smile. She's starting to smile when we think, she's starting to think things are funny. And her smile is really pretty, and it's not crooked. It's even on both sides. So many miracles. Her right leg was stiff as a board, and her foot, she had drop foot. So her foot was flat and hard, and we just massage it constantly, and it's starting to move, and her legs are relaxing and her knees are moving. Her treatments are, she has everything we can throw at her, because we have support and because people have donated, and I still have a lot of dolls to paint for her, and I have not been able to get to them very well, but I am, now that the show is over and I'm caught up with some things. I have 2 of them that are halfway done. So one of them is a little 10-inch beautiful baby, full body silicone, and it already has its clothes. I just need to finish painting it and root it. And then the other one is a big baby that is I want to raffle that one. So, anyways, stuff is coming, but I'm slow. I'm going to read your messages, you guys. Lori. I know. I know, Lori. Lori, that baby that I got from you, I think in 2016, it's a Marita Winters sculpt. It's 10 inches. She loves that baby. And it goes to a lot of her treatments. And her right hand, she wants to hold something in her right hand, so she'll hold the arm or the leg of that baby because it just fits perfectly. I should have brought tissues in here, guys. And then she has another baby. I wanted to talk about babies too. She has another baby that Kathy Eklund from Born Again, Brambles and Blossoms, she painted a head and she sent it to me, and to put a body on it, and I was gonna sell it for the money to go towards a baby. And it was Christmas time, and we were like, I want to give it to her. And I put it on a bunting body, and I gave it to her, and you see it in some pictures. It's brown. It's like a head on a brown potato. And that's the other one. If she feels it, she wants to feel its face. She wants to feel their faces because her vision isn't very good. And so those babies. Anyways, gosh, you guys, pull it together. Lori, this is your fault. So, miracles are happening every day, you guys. We will find out on the 20th. She has a scan to see what's happening with the cancer, but her body's healing from the hydrocephalus trauma, the brain damage. Her body's healing from it. So we just are hoping that it's also killing cancer. And the treatments that she's having vitamin C, and she's having which is an IV, and she's having mistletoe, and then she has another hydro something treatment that's like a hot cold electrical thing that she loves. She loves all the treatments. She loves a 2-hour car ride each way. She loves all the weird food that we feed her, the weird supplements. She loves the tinctures. She is doing 100% her part in trying to save herself. No attitude. She drinks tons of raw cow milk. There were times when she wasn't eating when she was super sick, but she had raw milk, and now she's eating. So she's, and she loves savory. So she doesn't hold out for garbage. She doesn't hold out for any garbage. She eats savory. And my daughter's a chef, so she gets really creative with pouches. And we found an organic company that makes a baby food that has like rosemary and thyme and cinnamon and like flavors in it, and no sodiums, because she has to have the potassium salt. She's not supposed to have regular salt, so she has to have potassium salt. Anyways, every lab result comes back amazing. Everything is happening, like, is just miracle after miracle. We haven't seen seizures in a really long time. I still hold her while she sleeps because if she wants to, she can sleep on her own. If she's already sleeping, we don't disturb her. But if she needs a bottle or wants a bottle, then I hold her with a bottle. And sometimes, like last night, I held her with a bottle from 11 o'clock to 4 o'clock in the morning. I held her with a bottle. And because she was uncomfortable for some reason. We're not sure why. She just has nights like that sometimes. She's still on steroids, so we're still weaning her off of steroids. Anyways, her vocabulary is coming back. If she this is a funny story. My daughter had her in the bathtub, and she lays on her chest, and then her feet, arms and legs are dangling. And then Lucy decided she wanted to get in the bathtub. And Abby's territorial of her mama. She always has been. And she said, "Out." Out. She wanted Lucy out of the tub. So funny. She says out if she wants her diaper changed, because she was potty trained. So her dignity is at risk here. Like, she's really upset about using a diaper. Like, she's a potty trained girl. So I know that's always made me feel really sad that she's back in diapers. That's probably the first thing she's going to want to do, because she sits up now. She's not walking though, but we ask her, "Do you want to put your feet on the carpet?" And we like put her feet on the carpet. So she's like, she has the idea. And you can see when she's happy. For a long time, there was months there we didn't get any smiles, and now we do get smiles. So she's just doing better and better and better. So we'll see what happens when she has her MRI. Meanwhile, we're still fundraising. The first 3 months of treatment was $17,000 a month. And then now it's $8,000 a month. So, and we've been paying this, I think, for 6 months now. So we might put her back on the other treatment also, because that treatment, that's the treatment from the Brzezinski clinic in Texas. If we can get her strong and healthy enough, our goal is to get her back on that. So she might be double treatment, because if we can hit her with everything, that's what we're going to do. We're just doing everything. And which, we have a lot of support and a lot of resources, and not everybody has that. And my daughter has a friend, and her little girl's name is McLaren, and her name is Stevie, and she has a page. I'll post here the page, you guys. And McLaren has been sick as long as Abby's had been sick, but McLaren has had, if anything could go wrong, it did go wrong. So she had infection in her head from her shunts. So she had a shunt removed and replaced. She had radiation, one treatment of radiation while she had hydrocephalus. It caused so much damage, and it had caused lockjaw. And so her jaw was locked for a month, and I don't think they could get a feeding tube in her. So she lost a bunch of weight. Now she has a feeding tube. And I'm working on a package to send her. They had a big scare yesterday where they thought she had a bleed. And she's 4. And they thought she had a bleed yesterday. So she's in the hospital again. And she has a lot of damage, like Abby. Her eyes and everything. She has a different kind of cancer. Abby's cancer is very rare, so nobody has Abby's cancer, but it's a different kind of cancer. And I am working on, so for Abby, I got organic clothing, and I took t-shirts and I cut them down the back, and I put fabric strips and snaps. So everything is really easy just to change her clothes. Nothing goes over her head, just comes on, snaps up the back. So I did that with a lot of t-shirts. She grew out, and then I did another batch of 10 of them. I made all organic clothing for her when she first got sick. And then I made stretchy pants. They're kind of like leggings, but they're called big butt pants. So they have a really soft waistband, and they have a panel in the front and the back. So they go up over diapers easy, and they're comfortable, and they're super long. And they grow with a child, so the child can literally wear these pants for like 3 years. So I made those for her out of organic knit also, but McLaren needs some. So I am putting together a box for her of t-shirts and undershirts. So I add a big wide band to the bottom of the undershirts, so her Hickman tubes can not be, the shirt rides up and then you got tubes hanging out that they can grab. So I made a band. I add a band to undershirts, and then I made the snaps on the back of the t-shirts, and then I made the pants. And so I'm putting together a box for McLaren. She's in Tennessee, and she doesn't have the resources that we have. She hasn't found a place that will work with children for the mistletoe and the vitamin C. We're just lucky. We're so lucky to find a brave doctor, because when my daughter and her husband put Abby in that wagon and took her through downtown Portland for that treatment, that first appointment, we all thought Abby was dying. And hospice just couldn't believe it. And I prayed that he would at least be kind to them, because they drove that baby 2 hours and put her in a wagon and took her in the clinic, and she was never awake. For the first month that this doctor saw Abby, she was never awake. And he said, well, maybe we can make her comfortable. And he's done way more than that. And not everybody has the resources that we have. And so I'm putting together a package. And where'd my tissue go, you guys? I'm putting together a package, and I need something. I need a doll for McLaren like Abby's. So I need a 10-inch vinyl is what I need. I don't want it air dry. I want it the Genesis heat set, because I want it to have that texture on its face. I don't want it to have a smooth face. I want it to have that texture. So I want it Genesis painted, and I want it to have some hair, because they're all, when they don't see, they just like want to touch the face and touch the hair of their babies. So I've seen videos of McLaren, and she's doing the same thing. She's like got a stuffed animal or something, and she's like touching it. And when you lose your vision, it's sight, and it's hearing, and touch is so important, and we don't know how much they can see. And so I'm looking for a doll, And I don't want it. She's tiny. She wears a size, she's tinier than, she's 4, and she's tinier than Abby. So she's, I'm doing her clothes in size 5. So she's like a 4-5. So I want a 10 or 11-inch baby. I want a little one. Cannot have a magnet in it. And in case it goes in an MRI or something with her, can't have a magnet in it. And what else? Heat set paint and hair. I want it to have hair. So I'm looking for something. If you know of anything that I can trade or purchase, or somebody wants to donate, whatever, however I get it, I don't care. I went on reborns.com and I did find one, but it had a magnet in its head, and I didn't really feel like I wanted to ask the person, can you take that out? Because you might damage they're glued in pretty good with E6000. They don't fall out and, fall around the head usually. They're glued in. So, anyways, I'm putting together a box, and this little girl needs a beautiful baby. She literally, in her pictures, she's literally got the Target $2.99 baby in her pictures, or dollar store babies. She's literally got dollar store babies. And so I want something good. I want something really beautiful for her. I want her to have a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous doll. So if anybody has any ideas, get a hold of me. And if you know of one, or if you have one, if you want to trade for one, or if you want to donate, or if you want to sell it, I don't care. But I want to send this baby a beautiful package of organic clothing and a beautiful baby. So that's that. I'll post the link to McLaren. You guys can follow her journey. She's had a rough journey. We think we've had it bad. Nope. We've seen our little girl come back to us. So they are trying to do a lot of holistic stuff also, with tinctures and weaning her off of steroids also. So steroids are used here really commonly, more common than in Europe. And some doctors in Europe believe that it makes inflammation and fluid swelling worse. And we kind of are suspicious that something like that happened, because the minute we started steroids, we started to have a lot of complications. So, anyways, that's where we're at. I'm gonna check your messages, you guys, and see what you guys are saying. Melanie, you have an Alice that's no silicone. She's biting things. They're both these little girls are biting things. Holly, you'll look too. Thank you, Holly. I have silicone too, and I have that really pretty little silicone bunting. I think it's over there on the shelf. It's so pretty, but they'll just take a bite out of it. She's got a magnet. I know, and that E6000, you don't get those magnets out. Hey, Lindsay. Marita Winters, her sculpts are perfect. They're perfect. That's what Abby has. If you look at her pictures, there's a little Asian Marita Winters sculpt with black hair, and Lori Duncan painted that, and I bought it from her years ago. And when Abby came over one day, she claimed it and took it home. Let's see. You're crying with me, Linda. I'm sorry. Oh, you're still praying, Holly. Thank you. I will. Denise, you have some kits that aren't painted. Yeah, I need a finished one. I went on reborns.com and I found one, but it had a magnet in it. And I'm just afraid that it actually might even tear the mouth from the inside. You know what I mean? So I got to find one with no magnet. I can't even imagine if she had to go through a procedure and she had bonded with the baby and then they said, sorry, you have to leave your baby out here. So it would just be awful. Anyways, I have a baby to show you. Lindsay's baby. Noemi. This is Noemi's last sculpt. And this is Monkey. I dropped Monkey's hairbrush. Okay, this is Monkey. And thank you, Holly. I got to show you this baby. So Noemi donated Monkey, and then Deanna Rayhill rooted her, donated rooting. She has a mama. This is her little quilt. I love making doll quilts. So I made this little quilt for her. This is her bed, her little DockATot bed. And this is her goose. This is her goose. So I saw a children's company, a baby, they sell kind of heritage baby clothes, and they had a duck, and it was flat duck, and I bought the pattern, and I was like, that's not the duck I wanted. I wanted the goose like that they had in the pictures. Well, they hadn't come out with a pattern for it yet. So I just made one up yesterday or the day before. I made up my own pattern, and I should have stuffed this beak. There's some things, Lindsay, you'll see there's like little things that, anyways, this was my attempt to make this beautiful goose. Well, yesterday they launched the goose pattern. So I'll post a link if any of you want a goose for your babies. They posted the goose pattern, and look at this. I'll show you how she loves her goose. Monkey loves her goose. Isn't that so sweet? She loves it. There's barely room for her in it. There's barely room for the goose. But I'm not sure what it's, so it looks like in the pattern, in the pictures with the big baby, it looks like the goose is really big. But this was what I came up with because I thought it would be appropriate size for Monkey. So, oh dang, I gotta go in a minute. Okay, you guys, I got like 5 minutes. I have to go pick up my daughter, my granddaughter at school. So I got to show you Monkey. And that's it, I think. That's all I got to do anyways. I wanted to show you some of her clothes too, but here. So here she is with her gorgeous head of hair, donated by Noemi, and Deanna rooted her, donated her rooting. And she's going home today. I'm ready to pack her up. Can you even believe this? Her sweetness. She's so sweet. I love Noemi's work so much. I love how her bodies are have predictable movement. Like this is, and she wears preemie clothes. Perfectly wears preemie clothes. Let's see, does she got bed head? Maybe a little bit of bed head. She has a beautiful swirl back here. Can you guys see it? Can you believe it? She's so pretty. Anyways, she's going home. She's got to get to the post office today. So after I pick up Charlotte, I will come home and grab her and take her to the post office with her air tag. She ships with an air tag. If anybody, a lot of times people don't know this about me, is that I don't photograph like everything. I'll show you some of the clothes that she's going home with. so you can see. I don't photograph everything, and so people don't, except for my regular customers, they don't know what all comes with my dolls. Like, I didn't get a good picture of her quilt either. Hold on, I dropped a sock. We don't want to miss that sock. Okay, I just want to show you this stuff because it's freaking adorable. So her mama loves bubble rompers, and I love bubble rompers so much. And she just happens to fit into American Girl doll shoes. So little Mary Jane American Girl doll shoes with bubble rompers. Look at this one here. This one has beautiful crocheted shoes that I got in Europe a couple years ago when I was in Europe. I just grabbed like all the good stuff. And this one, I love this one with those matching shoes. So I think she's going home with 7 bubble rompers. I need to get these in my shop. I totally do. They're so fun. And you can just measure your doll from neck to crotch to see like what size will fit. Anyways, those are, I know that I don't get pictures of everything. I'm trying to get better about it. I want to thank everybody for the doll show too, before I have to go get my granddaughter. I didn't get to go because I couldn't leave my granddaughter, but my dolls were there and people bought them, and I'm so grateful. And Sherry and Kathy ran my table besides their own. The doll show was amazing, and I couldn't be more grateful for Sherry and Kathy. They ran my table for me. So I couldn't be there, but I will be next year. I will be next year. So, and I really love doing cloth dolls because there's so many vendors of other kinds of dolls, and I feel like it's a contribution to something different. So my plan on doing more cloth doll uploads, and I also will put some away for the shop. Typically what I do is I make a batch of them, put them up for sale for 24 hours. If they don't sell, they get put away for the show. And that way I can build inventory, because otherwise I'm too busy and I have time to make any inventory for a doll show. So that's kind of how I do it. I'll put them in my Etsy shop for 24 hours. I do have a couple of big girls here that are just waiting for clothes. I'll put those up for sale too. Same thing. If they don't sell right away, then I just put them away, pack them up away, and I'll take them to a doll show. So you guys get first peek at them, but I don't leave them out very long. Anyways, okay. I just can't thank you guys enough for your support. I feel so blessed. My family is so blessed from you. Our baby is healing. It's the most horrific thing you could ever imagine going through, and watching her suffer. We're grateful that she was 2 and not 6. She doesn't ask questions about what's going on with her. She just fights it. And she does everything we ask her to do. She's affectionate. She's so precious. So precious. So, and she's smiling. So, and she's growing too. Anyways, so keep your eyes out for me for a little doll for McLaren, and I will, I'll post pictures when I find something of McLaren's box. That would be really fun. I know she's in Tennessee, so I'm trying to think like it's going to be hot there too. So I'm trying to think of like easy for her to wear summer things, and I want everything to be organic. So I have fabric here, and I'm about to order all of her t-shirts and stuff. So I'll post here so you guys can all follow her journey too and pray for her. She needs all your prayers. She needs all your prayers. We need all your prayers, and we can't thank you enough. I better get to school to pick up Charlotte. Bye, guys.